this is Love from Level Up Consulting Firm, and today we're going to be talking about how you can make extra money. Now, these are strategies that you can use for both your personal business as well as a regular job. These are tried and true tactics. Now, if anybody knows me personally, they will tell you I don't do anything for free, okay? And it's not that I'm being nitpicky, but when it comes to business, I need the quality of my work to reflect what I'm making, right? And essentially, there are some places that literally cannot pay you what you're worth because you're too excellent, too vibrant, too perfect. But I'm going to give you some tips and strategies and things on that I did that can help you. So, without further ado, this is how you can make extra money. So, number one, you make extra money by being extra. Go above and beyond. Bring a special skill. When you have a different skill set and people see that in you, they see that in your drive, they see that in your performance, they want to pay you. They want you on their team because you add value. Have you ever been in a group or on some type of team and they're like, you know what, I don't want you to tell anyone this, but you really stand out from the rest of the group. You bring something different. Your personality is different. You stand out, and it's just as simple as that. When you stand out, you can make more money. But if you sort of fade to black, fade in the back of the room, allow people to overpower your voice, not allow your voice to be heard, you don't make any noise, you're not getting paid extra. I can tell you that. Next, bring your personality. Some people feel like they can't show aspects of their personality because they feel like it's going to be ridiculed or that people won't accept them. If you can't be yourself in a certain setting, you probably don't need to be there. Now, I'm not talking about certain behaviors, right? Obviously, if you work in an office, being too loud is not a good thing. It's just not. Being too loud, that's disturbing to others. Being in an environment where, you smell like cigarette smoke when you come in, yeah, that's a part of you. But you can do that outside. You can spray perfume. You can stand outside for a while and make sure it's not intrusive. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about aspects that are true to your being, like your personality. Like if you're the type of person who likes to address situations head on, but that seems like, oh, you're creating a hostile work environment, you need a different job. You need a job where you're able to advocate for yourself and where they inspire a collaborative approach, okay? Do jobs based on your personality. Take some free personality tests online. Figure out what jobs will be better for you. And don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I mean, people take these personality tests with a grain of salt, but they're serious. These are things that can really help you. And honestly, a lot of employers use it. So if employers use it to choose you, why can't you use that to choose an employer? So next, bring innovation. And when you bring this innovation, bring research with it. Don't just say, oh, well, I think this could work. I think that could work, because you never know what these individuals have tried before you got there. And you need to be able to explain why you think it's going to work. What other programs, what other services, what other institutions have implemented these strategies and what were their results? How many people did they have in the population as far as their staff and the upper management? What kind of demographic were they serving? What kind of work did they do? If you work at a human services agency, a plan that they implemented at a restaurant may not be helpful, but you don't know that until you do the research and figure it out, okay? Just like for certain illnesses, a certain type of therapy may not be effective, right? So, bring innovation, but also bring your research to support it. You want to have several things backing you. You want your experience backing you. You want the research to back you, and you want your work ethic to back you. Nobody wants to hear a plan from a slacker. They don't. They don't feel like it's going to work. And essentially, even if I did think it was going to work, I'm not going to have you pushing the project because you don't finish projects and see it through. And you're not thorough, right? So keep that in mind. Next, bring knowledge. Give free game. Give free game, mentor somebody. When I see younger people on the job or, just out in general, they ask questions all the time. Don't dismiss them. Don't feel like, oh, well, if I tell this person this, they're going to be competition. So what? So what? I'm going to give you the free game. If I feel like you're that much of a threat to me or I see that you have a backbiting type of personality where you sneak and go do things behind people's back, okay, that's different. I can avoid you because you can jeopardize my success. But essentially, when you're mentoring someone, when you're giving them free game, it doesn't even have to be on your job in particular. You can give them advice for life. Like, look, having integrity takes you far. Sometimes when we go through things, it changes us. It makes us different. It makes us think differently. It makes us feel like we have to go out and treat people how we were treated. You can change somebody's mentality. Not change their behavior. They have to change their own behavior. But you have to plant those seeds. My mom always used to say, when you are sharing information with someone, you never know how they're going to take it or what their response is going to be. And you may not be the one that changes their behavior immediately. But you planted the seed. You put the information there. So now they have it to refer to. So when they hear it from somebody else, it's like, dang, love just told me that. Love just said that having integrity will take me a long way. Well, what is integrity? What does that mean? It makes them curious. You want to spark people's curiosity when you interact with them. You want them to see something greater in themselves from interacting with you. I had a friend tell me yesterday, she said, your presence is felt. Anybody that you encounter, they know that your work ethic is impeccable. They know you have a great personality. They can feel your passion. When you're in class, your presence is felt. Sometimes you're the only person who talks. And that made me feel really good to know that I stand out. You want to be that person. And don't allow anybody. I remember I dated this guy who used to be like, oh, you love attention. And I wasn't doing anything to attract attention to myself. I'm just being me. Like, sir, are you jealous? Are you upset because this person said that I look nice today? I look good. And I said, thank you. Like, of course I know I look good. I put time and effort into my appearance. So why would you be upset at that? Like, some people might be mad that you're extra, that you go the extra mile into your appearance, into your work performance, but it's going to be an asset to you, I promise. So next, you make extra money by asking for it. Once you've done all of these steps, you be extra, you bring a skill, you bring your personality, you're innovative, you have the research to support it. And I'll say one more thing before I get into my story. Don't take it personally if you present an idea and they don't accept it right then. That's okay. Document that. They rejected me and these are the reasons that they gave me, and ask why. Well, could you tell me why? Is there anything you feel like I could have done differently with my presentation? Or is this just an idea that's not supported by the organization? Tell me what I can do. I would love to improve. I want to be a better employee. What are they going to say to that? How can you deny somebody that wants to be better in their position while they're working for you or under you? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Don't want to hear it. Okay? So I'll tell you this story. At my field placement, I've always looked for new opportunities to help my students grow, new opportunities to expand my mind and my knowledge base, new opportunities to add things that I've learned and implemented into my business. And I was always doing something extra, and that work didn't go unnoticed. And so I was offered money. Didn't know how much it was going to be, but I ended up getting a stipend that doubled my income. So it was matching what I was making at my graduate assistantship, but I had less work even though I was at field placement for more hours. So I say all that to say, the money's out there, bro, and people want to pay you when they know that you have it in you to be successful and that you want to be successful and that you're trying. Just think about it this way. When you look at a product or a service, do you buy it if you feel like it's mediocre? No. And that's how you need to approach your work and life situations. If it's mediocre, people don't want that. So don't be mediocre. Be extra and go above and beyond. You are the product. You are the service. You are the bag. Peace and love. If you need to reach me, of course, my email will be down in the description box. And remember to be extra. Bye.